Isang bagong kurikulum ang naghihintay para sa mga estudyanteng papasok sa senior high school ngayong school year 2026-2027. Ito ay ang Strengthened Senior High School Curriculum na ipatutupad na ng DepEd sa lahat ng pampubliko at pribadong eskwelahan sa bansa. Ano-ano naman kaya ang mga binago sa senior high school curriculum at bakit kailangan repasuhin ang sistemang ito? Sampung taon na ang nakalipas mula nang ipatupad ang senior high school program sa bansa noong 2016. Sa loob ng panahong iyon, samut-sari ang naging opinyon ng publiko. Mayroong nagnanais na alisin na ito habang ang iba na may gustong i-improve ang sistemang ito. At batay sa naging pagsusuri ng DepEd,
The curriculum load was really quite unrealistic. Maybe our senior high school curriculum was really too packed, no, and that's really what prompted us to strengthen it in this manner, strengthening by streamlining.
kaya isa sa mga malaking pagbabago sa curriculum ay ang pagbawas ng core subjects o mga asignaturang required na pag-aralan sa senior high school. Mula sa 15, 5 core subjects na lamang ang ituturo sa bagong curriculum. Ito ay effective communication o mabisang komunikasyon, life and career skills, general mathematics, general science, at pag-aaral ng kasaysayan at lipunang Pilipino. Lahat ng core subjects na ito ay ituturo na sa grade 11.
In a sense, the 5 core courses would represent the most basic package we ought to offer to our learners, no? We did not simply remove any 10 randomly and leave 5. There's a lot of consultation that went to this. And one of the reasons why we took out certain particular courses was the reality that they were already being taken up in junior high school. There are also some which we felt in coordination with the college levels that were better offered when our learners reached college.
Bago tumungtong ng senior high, isa sa mga unang pinag-iisipan ng mga estudyante ang kukunin nilang core academic strands gaya ng HUMS, ABM, STEM, at GAS. Ang mga strand na ito ang nagsisilbing specialization ng mga estudyante lalo na sa mga subject na kanilang aaralin.
For example, kung STEM, puro STEM din lahat ng courses mo, di ba? Pero gusto mo naman ng elective na nasa Tech Pro, no? Halimbawa, gusto mong matuto ng creative arts design, di ba? So, we don't want to deprive the learners of that. Isa yan sa na-learn natin dati, na may mga learners that wanted to cross tracks and strands to take electives.
Ngayon, tuluyan ang aalisin ng strands at mamimili na lamang sila sa dalawang tracks, ang academic at technical professional o Tech Pro. Nakapaloob sa dalawang tracks na ito ang iba't ibang electives na pwedeng piliin ng mga estudyante kahit hindi ito kasama sa track na kinabibilangan niya. Nilinaw din ng DepEd na hindi required sa mga eskwelahan na i-offer ang lahat ng tracks at electives sa bagong curriculum.
We still have schools that will purely deliver the academic track, no? Because that's the nature of their learners, and that's fine. We may also have schools that will offer only the Tech Pro track, and that's also okay. And then schools that will do a combination of these. But even in schools that will deliver a combination of this, the electives will still be based on the interest of their typical learners, maybe the industries in the local places, no, and all these factors.
Pagdating naman sa work immersion, hinabaan ng DepEd ang oras na kailangang gugulin ng mga grade 12 na estudyante. Mula sa 80 to 320 hours, ngayon nasa 320 to 640 hours na.
We believe that will really provide the learners with sufficient exposure in the industry. This is specifically true of those in the Tech Pro track that will afford them a more extensive experience in the workplace, that will afford them a more hands-on experience in the real world setting, and in the end, better preparation for immediate employment.
Ngunit isa sa mga pangunahing problema ng grade 12 students ang paghahanap ng mga institusyon kung saan sila pwede mag-work immersion. Madalas nila'y nauuwi ito sa sarili nilang diskarte. Ang sagot naman ng DepEd,
So ngayon pa lang, nakaka-connect na tayo with industry partners, even groups. Nakakapag-align na tayo, and the industry partners are providing us information that can help us strengthen the way we do things in our schools. At the same time, nag-o-offer na rin sila, dito sa kumpanya na ito, tatanggap kami ng work immersion learners. And also, we are able to ask our schools to already do a mapping. Nagmamapping na sila ng mga available industry partners dun sa locality nila.
pagdating naman sa mga guro, aminado ang DepEd na isa sa mga hamon sa kanila ay ang pagtiyak na swak ang kanilang expertise sa mga subject na ituturo. Ayon sa ahensya, sisimulan nila ang training sa senior high school teachers sa buwan ng Mayo.
Mahirap naman atasan na magturo ng biology ang isang English teacher and vice versa, di ba? So it's really more training, but training can only do so much. Training can only reach as many of our teachers, but not all. Then, important for us would be the preparation of what we refer to as teaching guides. Ginagawa pa natin ang ating mga teaching guides. At least pag sinundan ng teacher kung anong nakasulat doon, maituturo niya ng tama yung lesson. Ngayon, if a teacher is capable of more, then we won't oblige him to follow the basic component that is provided in the teaching guide.
Bago ang nakatakdang nationwide implementation ng bagong curriculum, 891 na paaralan sa bansa ang dumaan sa pilot testing nito. Doon natukoy ng DepEd ang mga positibong epekto nito sa mga guro at estudyante, pati na rin ang mga kailangang pang pagtuunan ng pansin.
The teachers reported that the Strengthened Senior High School program really reduced daily stress on the part of the teachers and on the part of the learners because of fewer subject preparations. Our learners appreciated the lighter load, the year-long time provision for the core courses, as this allowed deeper engagement. This contributed to the overall wellness of the learners, and wellness is an important factor towards improved learning outcomes, di ba? However, we note that electives were really constrained by the expertise of teachers and availability of facilities. So we need to work on that. The schools consistently asked for enough materials, textbooks, lesson exemplars, and even training. So aaminin natin na yan talaga kailangan pa nating tutukan.
Tiyak na isang malaking hamon nito para sa DepEd, lalo na't 1.35 trillion pesos ang aprobadong budget ng ahensya ngayong taon. Ito na ang pinakamalaking pondo na naaprobahan para sa sektor ng edukasyon sa kasaysayan ng bansa. Gayunpaman, hangad ng DepEd ang kooperasyon ng mga guro, magulang at mag-aaral upang maging matagumpay ang implementasyon ng bagong kurikulum at maisulong ang mas dekalidad na edukasyon sa Pilipinas.
The changes such as this may be overwhelming, and we can understand, no? I would like to request our teachers and our learners to give this one a chance, and please let us help one another make this succeed. That would mean letting us know what we need to do better so that we may be able to serve you well